And to the service and the wait staff here at Modern Maturity. I'd like to also welcome, the light's red, so I think it's on. So welcome to those that are now joining us online, those that could not be here in person, friends and family, and others that couldn't be here at the Modern Maturity Center to recognize you. They are now joining us in a live stream online so that we can all together celebrate Delaware's Behavioral Health Professional of the Year program so that we can recognize outstanding school employees who support the mental health and the well-being of students across our beautiful state. You know, when I visit schools across Delaware, which is the best part of my job, is being in school shoulder to shoulder with you, I see this work everywhere I go, and it fills my heart to know what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see our counselors helping students get back to class after there's been sort of a conflict or something that takes them off track. Instead of pushing them out and keeping them separate, you help them figure out how to re-engage and re-enter their learning. I see what our nurses are doing. You're helping students who are feeling some sort of anxiety or disconnection. And you meet them where they are and you ask them what's going on. Maybe they have some chronic health needs that you help to manage. Maybe they're experiencing emotional stress, but you figure out what they need so that they're ready to learn, because truly equity means each and every student gets what they need, when they need it, in the way that they need it, where they need it, and you do that. I know our social workers are digging in with families saying, what's in the way? What do you need? Our social workers are leaning in to families experiencing trauma and loss. They might have food insecurity. They might have grief. You meet them where they are, and you help them find the access to care. Because teachers want to teach, but there are sometimes things that stand in the way for students receiving the instruction the teachers are ready to provide. And yet you meet families where they are without shame or blame or criticism, as I said before, and you help them find the avenues and the supports and the access to care. I see the behavioral health professionals doing the systems level work. It's one student at a time, but it's also systemic. You get the systems of support so students know that they belong and they know that there are adults in the school who care. They know people know them by name, by strength, and by need. And a lot of this is happening before anyone can see it, and it's reflected. We see it in our attendance data. We see what happens here. We see the things that stand in the way of our students being able to learn. You can see it in attendance data, you can see it in behavior data, you can see it in the graduation rates, you can see it in the academic outcomes. Those are numbers on a page. It's the stories that matter. Not the excuses, but the reasons why some of our students are having trouble accessing their education. But you find a way. Where others want to write them off and say, nothing's going to happen for that student. Look what they have stacked up against them. And you say, no, we know how to do this. So each nominee tonight, you do that work. You represent the best of the profession. You have dedication, you have skill and wisdom and heart, and sometimes courage to stand up for something that a student needs that nobody else is providing. And you find a way, because you are so deeply committed to our students to see their strengths and their challenges not as weaknesses, but as things to overcome. It's amazing. It's amazing what you do. At your tables tonight, hopefully you've already had a chance to look through the booklet, see the program, because inside this program are the stories of our honorees. Each story different, each impact a little different, but same through line. You show up for our kids. So we're going to showcase, we're going to see a video right now so you can hear more stories of each of you. We're going to highlight each honoree and show the work that you do. And then while this is playing, I want you to listen into the stories. You can see it in the program. You can see it on the video. While the video is showing, please, if you, as the honoree, once your video shows up, once your segment is showing, come to the back, out the back door there where Allison is waving. We'll do photos with you. And the video is going to run for about 20 minutes while I do photos in the back. When you see, as an honoree, you see your video come up, come and meet me in the back for a quick photo. But everybody else, take in these stories. They matter. I said this, tonight's the night where we do the quiet part out loud, the work you do every day that nobody ever notices or names. We're noticing and naming it and elevating it in a way that you deserve, because you show up every day for our kids, and we're showing up for you tonight. So let's roll the video and hear the stories.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2026 Delaware Behavioral Health Professional of the Year ceremony. Thank you to the Delaware General Assembly for the support to make this evening possible. Tonight, we honor behavioral health professionals representing Delaware's school districts and the Delaware Charter School Network. Their roles vary, and each is critical to the success of their school communities. One will be named the 2026 Delaware Behavioral Health Professional of the Year. Let's meet our nominees. From the Appoquinimink School District, Townsend Elementary School Counselor, Deborah Taylor. Taylor has established a safe and caring environment and trusting relationships with students. One mother said that in both group and individual counseling sessions with her daughter, Taylor has not only provided her with a safe space to share, but also equipped her with strategies that have directly improved her performance in the classroom and in other school scenarios. Beyond regularly scheduled sessions, Mrs. Taylor has made herself available whenever additional needs or concerns might arise. When the mother asked her daughter what she would say about Taylor, she answered, "She is so kind and loving. She is the best listener and gives me great strategies to use. And she always makes time for me." From the Brandywine School District, Mount Pleasant Elementary School Counselor, Tina Lombardo. For one parent's son, Lombardo has been a consistent, safe place. On mornings when he has struggled emotionally or needed extra support, I knew I could trust her to provide a gentle, caring start to his day, the mother said, adding, "Her ability to help children regulate their emotions and transition into learning speaks to her deep understanding of behavioral health and child development. Because of her presence, I have been able to send my child to school with confidence, knowing he would be supported with compassion and patience." From the Cesar Rodney School District, Nellie Stokes Elementary School Counselor, Nicole Boris. Boris is a trusted adult who students rely on during challenging times and to help them build skills throughout the year. One former student credited Boris for helping him through loss. He said, "When I received my grief box in 5th grade, Ms. Boris made me feel safe and comfortable talking about something very difficult. She helped me understand my feelings and taught me ways to cope with grief. She was always there for me, and I knew I could go to her anytime. Even now, I still remember the advice she gave me." The student also recalled a tough morning when she saw him in the hallway and invited him into her office. "After talking with her, my whole day changed. I went back to class feeling happier and more confident, and I ended up having a great day. She has a special ability to notice when students need help and step in at the right time." From the Cape Henlopen School District, Sussex Consortium School Social Worker, Teresa Tipton. As a social worker, Tipton brings a deep understanding of mental health and how it impacts students, particularly those with high-functioning autism and emotional disability, a colleague said. One student who said he's worked with Tipton since he was in 4th grade reflected on 2022 as a pivotal year. "That year we walked the track a lot, and I earned some plushies. I can remember feeling like someone believed in me, and I felt hope. We talked about me wanting to get a real job, like one that paid me money. Miss Tipton pushed me, helped me practice interview questions, took me to get a haircut, and even a dress shirt for my first job interview. At the start of 2022, I had a paid job at Chick-fil-A. The next few years definitely have had their ups and downs, but I can for sure say that I would not be here without the support of Miss Tipton. I would have given up on me, but she has constantly advocated for me, even when I didn't deserve it." From the Capital School District, Hartley Elementary School nurse Heather Barkis. Barkis consistently places student care at the forefront of her work, creating a safe and welcoming environment where students feel supported physically and emotionally. Said her principal, Heather fosters strong, trusting relationships with families, serving as a steady and reliable partner. Whether navigating chronic health conditions, responding to emerging concerns, or celebrating student growth, Heather approaches every interaction with professionalism, empathy, and clarity. Families consistently express appreciation for her accessibility and genuine care. From the Charter School Network, Sussex Academy School nurse Danielle Furlong. On a daily basis, Nurse Furlong works hand in hand with the school counselors and social worker. She has a special space in her office where students can go when they just need a break or a mental health timeout, one of her board members said, adding, students feel very comfortable with her, feel that they can tell her anything, and they can confide in her. They trust her. She makes time to talk to students, even if the problem is not medical, and they know her office is a safe space. She is well known for her late-night phone calls to parents to follow up with how her students are doing and to see if parents have any follow-up concerns or questions. This holistic and consistent effort underscores the connection between physical and mental health and strengthens relationships between home and school, parents and children, students and staff. From the Christina School District, Sarah Pyle Academy School nurse Angel Boyce. Boyce excels at recognizing patterns across physical symptoms, emotional well-being, and academic engagement, her principal said, adding, she intervenes early and effectively, coordinating care among students, families, staff, and outside providers. Her work removes barriers to learning in real time, resulting in increased attendance, improved regulation, and stronger academic performance. Her principal pointed to Boyce's work with a student whose increasing physical complaints and escalating anxiety led to repeated absences and early dismissals. Boyce worked closely with the student, family, and staff to design a structured yet flexible plan. Over time, attendance improved, as did academic engagement. This is not an isolated case, her principal said. It reflects a pattern in Angel's work. From the Colonial School District, John G. Leach School social worker Nicole Irwin. Irwin considers her relationships with students, families, staff, and the Leach community as the heartbeat of her work, saying her favorite phase is building the deep rapport and therapeutic trust that allows real growth to happen, saying, I am constantly inspired by our students and so grateful for the families who have welcomed me into their lives. The sense of camaraderie here is truly special. From day one, my colleagues and community partners have greeted me with a spirit of mutual respect that makes me feel like a vital part of a collective team. We are all united by a beautiful common goal, ensuring our students have every opportunity to learn through increased mobility and the power of language. Watching the progress our students have made since the start of the year has been nothing short of a gift. From the Indian River School District, Selbyville Middle School nurse Denise Parsons. Parsons creates a safe and compassionate environment where individuals feel heard, respected, and supported. Her presence alone fosters a sense of calm and trust, which is essential in a school setting where students often face both academic and personal challenges, her assistant principal said, adding that what truly sets Parsons apart is her ability to build meaningful, trusting relationships, saying, her proactive approach to behavioral health promotes emotional regulation, resilience, and positive decision-making, empowering students to succeed both academically and personally. In addition, Mrs. Parsons is a tireless advocate for mental wellness. She is highly skilled in identifying concerns early and implementing thoughtful, individualized interventions in partnership with parents and guardians. Her work not only addresses immediate needs, but also contributes to long-term student growth and stability. From the Lake Forest School District, Central Elementary School counselor Jennifer Satterfield. The parent of a student with complex behavioral and emotional needs who has been under Satterfield's care since the 4th grade said, Satterfield has a remarkable ability to see through the complex behaviors, holding her son to a high standard of accountability while remaining incredibly kind, patient, and professional. She does it so naturally that it makes him and me feel seen and supported, the mother said, adding, "For me as a mother, Jenny has been a bright light in the dark. In a system where parents are often gaslit or blamed for their children's struggles, she has consistently validated my concerns and stood by my side. She doesn't just manage a caseload, she partners with families, especially mine, to ensure the safety and success of everyone involved. Whether she is handling a major crisis or navigating the day-to-day nuances of a complicated behavior plan, she does so with a level of integrity and grace under fire that is inspiring." From the Laurel School District, Laurel High School nurse, Logan Downs. "Downs makes students feel seen, heard, and like they belong," said one student who knows her both as her nurse and volleyball coach. "She has always stuck out as someone who really cares about people as individuals. She pays attention to both physical and emotional needs and takes real time to listen without judgment," the student said, adding, "She creates a space where students feel safe to speak openly, and she always responds with patience, understanding, and respect. No matter how busy she is, she never makes anyone feel like a burden." The student said Downs has inspired her to go into the nursing field. "She has shown me what it truly means to care for others in a meaningful way, and I know I am not the only student she has left a lasting impact on." From the Milford School District, Morris Early Childhood Center school counselor, Angel Mills. Mills plays a critical role supporting Morris's early childhood learners as they develop foundational social-emotional skills, her principal said. Angel helps children learn how to regulate emotions, solve problems, and build positive relationships with their peers. Her presence helps create a calm, supportive environment where students are able to grow both socially and academically, the principal said. Said one parent, "Miss Mills helped my daughter to open up and allowed her to speak freely and openly about any concerns she has had and truly formed a relationship with her that I know will leave a lasting impact on her as she continues through public school." From the Newcastle County Vocational Technical School District, Paul M. Hodson Vocational Technical High School Counselor, Kristen Garofalo. Garofalo manages a caseload of 288 students, serving as a counselor for 4 career areas while also working with the 9th grade cohort. She goes above and beyond to support students in need, working with outside agencies, assisting homeless students under the McKinney-Vento Act, and ensuring implementation of 504 plans, a colleague said. Her assistant principal noted the clothing, shoes, and essential items she has available for students and families in need, saying, "This effort reflects her deep empathy and unwavering commitment to meeting students where they are and ensuring they have the support necessary to thrive." Added her colleague, her collaborative nature and dedication to student support have helped foster a culture of care and advocacy within our school. From the Polytech School District, Polytech High School Counselor, Andrea Spence. Spence's ability to build meaningful relationships with students, families, and colleagues is a cornerstone of her effectiveness, her assistant principal said, adding, "Students actively seek her out not only for guidance, but because they trust her and feel comfortable in her presence. Her positive demeanor and genuine care create strong, lasting connections that extend beyond routine counseling interactions. She works collaboratively with families and staff to ensure a unified support system for each student. What sets her apart," a colleague said, "is her intentional and student-centered approach," saying, "She takes the time to build meaningful relationships with her students, ensuring they feel seen, heard, and supported during this critical transition period." From the Red Clay Consolidated School District, Conrad Schools of Science school psychologist, Kelly R. Nickel. Nickel works seamlessly with teachers, service providers, administrators, and families to create cohesive, student-centered support systems, a colleague said, saying she approaches collaboration with respect, openness, and a solution-oriented mindset, often serving as a resource to colleagues through her knowledge of strategies, accommodations, and inclusive practices. What truly sets Kelly apart is her willingness to go above and beyond the scope of her position, always in the best interests of students. This includes problem-solving complex learning or behavioral needs, supporting colleagues, and ensuring continuity of services, her colleague said. From the Seaford School District, Blades Elementary School social worker, Rhonda Bailey. Bailey partners with families, said parents of a child who came to Blades with what they described as behavior challenges. There were days we were not sure our child was going to make it through elementary school. That is the honest truth. We felt scared, exhausted, and at times completely lost as parents. Ms. Bailey changed that, they said. From the beginning, Ms. Bailey stepped in as a true partner. She worked hand in hand with our child's teacher to make sure the classroom was a place where our child could feel safe and actually learn. She took the time to understand our child as an individual, not just a student with a behavior file. She offered resources and recommendations that opened doors we did not even know existed, and she followed through every step of the way. From the Smyrna School District, Sunnyside Elementary School Counselor, Dina Pennington. Pennington has an innate ability to help students regulate emotions, build positive relationships, and successfully engage in the learning day, her associate principal said, noting she has put a tremendous effort into creating a check-in, check-out system for students who need additional support socially and emotionally. With Mrs. Pennington's hard work and effort, we have seen tremendous growth and progress with our students, the associate principal said. This is a testament to her commitment to each and every student who walks through our doors. Her presence not only supports individual students, but also contributes to a safe, respectful, and inclusive school environment for all. From the Sussex Technical School District, Sussex Tech High School Counselor, Krista Shermer. Shermer has reimagined and expanded a peer leadership program to support the transition of middle school students to high school. She also has been instrumental in the development of a peer mentor program by building an inclusive atmosphere that is welcoming and supportive of freshmen, a colleague said, crediting her leadership that has led to student mentor now being a highly coveted role among the student body. She is a colleague who is driven by the needs of her students and brings fresh ideas to the problem-solving process, the colleague said. And finally, from the Woodbridge School District, Woodbridge Early Childhood Education Center School Counselor, Taylor Ritchie. A Blue Raider at heart, Ritchie returned home to serve as a counselor in the same district and school she once attended as a student. She walks the same hallways, now as a trusted advocate and mentor, determined to give back to the place that helped shape her, her principal said. Ritchie ensures every child feels supported, understood, and empowered, a teacher said, explaining, in my own classroom I have seen this impact firsthand. One student struggled significantly with hyperactivity, often interfering with his ability to engage in learning. Ms. Ritchie created a structured hallway space with clear visuals and directions for movement breaks, such as wall push-ups and jumping jacks, helping him understand its purpose. As a result, he was able to independently regulate his behavior and return to learning more successfully. We are honored tonight to celebrate these outstanding behavioral health professionals. Congratulations to all the honorees, and thank you for the differences each and every one of you is making in the lives of your students, their families, and your school communities.
So that's what I meant. The stories matter. Some of these just bring me to tears. That is Delaware. Another round of applause. Whew. It's a reminder that outcomes for students that I know we all want, they don't happen by accident. It happens by design, but it also doesn't happen in isolation. It is a whole team that makes this all work. If we're going to see attendance improvement move, if we're going to see stronger engagement in learning, if we're going to see better academic progress, if we're going to see improved graduation rates, it's all of us. It's all of the adults doing the hard work, student by student, every single day. There are no quick fixes. There are no silver bullets that just say, do this, and it all turns around. It's hard work. It's heart work. And it's the adults that make it happen. When our students feel safe enough to learn, and they know that the things that stand in the way are going to be taken care of in ways that are compassionate, that meet students where they are in their points of need, to make sure our kids are healthy enough, safe enough, connected enough, so that they can learn. High quality instructional materials, strategic plans, none of that teaches kids. It's the teachers and you and the leaders in the buildings, the superintendents, the elected boards. It's the whole ecosystem, but you all are some glue that pull this all together. And your work matters so much because sometimes kids can't access the exquisite learning that we've created and the conditions that we think are perfect for every student. And some students can't access it. And it is never the student's fault. My grandmother grew up on a farm in Wisconsin, and the farmers used to say, the farmers don't blame the corn when the corn doesn't grow. If our students aren't learning, it's never the student's fault. We can meet them where they are, and we can help. This is what it looks like. You heard the stories. This is what it looks like when we as adults refuse to let students fall through the cracks. Not like one kind of student or one kind of support, but every single student is known by name and by strength and by need. We have different professionals, we have different schools, we have different communities all up and down the state, and I've seen it. It's working. It's the same through line. Our kids know someone cares and showed up for them. Showing up matters. And it doesn't always immediately translate into something you can see on a spreadsheet or on a document, but it will. And it does when you address the things that need to be addressed with courage and compassion and true empathy and real care in a braided system of support. So thank you once again to each of you for what you do. Delaware moves. Our students get what they need because of you. Thank you. I'm moved by you guys. You know, a night like this also does not happen without the team at the Department of Education, so I have to recognize the staff who organized the event, people that we had to, getting to capture the videos and the photos out here. Sharing your stories matters so that people can have a window in. So I want to say thank you to those who captured and shared the stories, coordinated the video and the photography. Our team ensured that our families and our communities across Delaware are now able to celebrate you because we were able to tell your story. So thank you. Some of them are here tonight. Thank you to the Delaware Department of Ed. I think maybe the hardest job was the job the judges had. This was really hard to choose, so thank you to the judges. You had a lot of care, thoughtfulness, and the professionalism that you brought to the process so that we could recognize excellence in this profession. So each nominee is going to receive a $2,000 grant from their district or charter school. And our State Behavioral Health Professional of the Year is going to receive an additional $3,000 personal award from the state. I'm not done. Along with $5,000 to support the very students we cherish so much and the programs in their school and community, an additional $5,000. I think it's important for us now to hear from Jacqueline Durant once again because I want to thank her for her leadership and what she's done in this past year. Let's have Jacqueline come up and say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Whew.
You got this.
Okay, thanks. My name is Jacqueline Durant. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and the school social worker at Ritchie Elementary School in the Red Clay Consolidated School District. I am also deeply honored to stand before you tonight as the 25-26 Delaware Behavioral Professional of the Year. First, I want to thank Secretary Martin and Governor Meyer for inviting me tonight. Thank you to Allison May for organizing such an amazing event and the whole process. And thank you to my husband Travis for being here with me tonight. Looking out at all of you, I remember exactly what it felt like sitting in those chairs just a year ago. I was nervous, I was excited, and I was completely shocked when my name was called. When people ask us what we do for a living, we tend to lead with the big things. We talk about the assessments, the IEP goals. We talk about the SEL lessons, the data collection, the health screenings, the crisis response. We talk about the 504, MTSS, and faculty meetings that fill our calendars. We talk about counseling goals and student observations. But what many of us don't talk about are the little things. We don't mention the thousands of hugs, high fives, and fist bumps that we give. We don't mention the hours we spend sitting on the floor, or sometimes underneath a table, just to meet a student where they are. We don't talk about the Band-Aids given, the endless rounds of Uno we play, the Lego towers we build and then knock down, the tears we wipe, or the silly jokes we tell. I, like many of you, feel that the little things are actually the most significant parts of my career. I want to tell you about a little boy that I met 3 years ago. We're going to call him M. By the time M was a toddler, he had already experienced severe physical abuse. He spent his earliest years in foster care, separated from his siblings, and eventually his mother's rights were terminated. 1 week before starting first grade at Ritchie Elementary, he was suddenly reunified with his father and moved into a new home in Delaware with a stepmother and a house full of siblings. At first, M was quiet. He tried to blend in, but soon the trauma began to speak. He started eloping from class numerous times a day. He would spin on the carpet, wander aimlessly around the classroom, throw objects, climb on cabinets, and withdraw from his peers. He was unable to complete classwork and assignments, and he struggled with reading and math. At times, he was unable to stay safe. When I checked in with his previous school, they reported the same behaviors in kindergarten. I was soon asked to observe and provide supports for M. The first time I saw that smile and that little glint in his eye, I knew I was in for it. Early on, typical counseling supports were not appropriate for M, so I went to him. I pushed into his classroom for 10 minutes at a time. I brought clay, toy cars, fidgets. I made visuals. I would show him pictures of my dogs on my phone. We would read Spider-Man books together. I brought him a weighted stuffed dinosaur that he named Nico. We colored together. I listened when he wanted to talk about something or tell me about some perceived injustice that happened that day. I spent months searching for him in the building when he eloped, de-escalating him when his world felt way too big, teaching him basic breathing techniques, and sometimes I just sat quietly by his desk when he fell asleep during his teacher's planning time with Nico on his lap. I kept in contact with his parents, not just with behavior updates, but pictures of him smiling, to talk about his strengths, to give them resources. Our team wrapped around M. Our amazing school psychologist evaluated him and built an IEP that completely supported M. In addition to the counseling and academic supports, it also included sensory breaks, walking, playing basketball, or throwing a ball back and forth, which we did together and still do to this day, twice a day. There are times that my colleagues did not agree with my approach. I think they saw me as too soft, but that's okay. Fast forward to today. M is reading on grade level. He can multiply like a champ. He stays in his classroom. He completes all of his assignments. He sits in his chair. He's playing community basketball and football. He has friends. I even heard a rumor recently that a certain third grade little girl likes him as well. Most importantly, he is safe. We still meet weekly, but our sessions look much different than almost 3 years ago. We're now meeting for 30 minutes at a time, and we're working on cognitive behavioral techniques, something his nervous system would never have been able to process almost 3 years ago. He can tell you how a thought and a feeling can lead to an action. He can tell you how he believes someone else is feeling just based on their facial expression and body language. But as you know, healing is not linear. About 3 months ago, I'm sorry if I get choked up, M came into my office very angry. Something happened with his teacher. I have no idea what happened at the time. He couldn't focus. He couldn't stop moving. He wasn't ready for my help with de-escalation. He walked around my office, looked at me and yelled, "I hate you, don't talk to me." I simply said, "Okay." And then I quietly sat next to him and just held space with him until it was time and he was safe enough to return to class. The next morning, he stopped by my office, dropped a note on my desk, and walked away. This is the note. The note says, "I got mad and I threw something at my teacher. And I am sorry that I said I hate you. I will never say that word again. I love you, Mrs. Durant." This note, I feel like, is the reason why we do what we do. M, the student whose nervous system was in a constant state of crisis, now has the tools to recognize his feelings, communicate them, and offer an apology. He has the tools to make social connections appropriately. He has the tools to sit in class and learn. He has the tools to play community sports. I joke around with him that I cannot wait to see him one day on ESPN's College Game Day because I know he's going to be there. I share M's story because I encourage you to never underestimate what you do in our schools on a daily basis. In our profession, the little things are the big things. The real magic is not in the meetings, the paperwork, the CBT. It's in the high fives. It's in the Uno games, the Lego towers, the Band-Aids, the jokes, the coloring pages, the bracelet making, the hugs, the memes that we share, the holding space, the showing up and listening. I truly believe it is in the relationship, it is in the connection. Congratulations to all of our nominees tonight. You are all amazing professionals who go above and beyond on a daily basis. I want to thank you for doing the little things. Those little things are making a difference in the lives of the students and families in Delaware. Thank you.
See what I mean? M's trauma began to speak, is what she said. Behavior is just language when they don't have the words. And she was able to show up and hear what he had to say, even if the way he was saying it is not acceptable by some school norms or some societal expectations. She knew he was speaking, and she was there to listen. Steady, every day, the long work, the hard work, and healing is not linear. We think we're fine, and then we're not again. And then we're going to show up again, because trauma will speak in multiple ways. So thank you for telling your story So who I'm about to announce is going to have to get their speech ready for next year, because that's quite a high bar there. The moment we've been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Oh, you guys are so great. It's like Price Waterhouse, they gotta bring it in in a suitcase or something, or a briefcase. I am honored to announce Woodbridge's Taylor Ritchie. Hopefully she has her speech ready. She does, she does.
Well, I can't follow up her speech, but we have a few words written down. So as a Woodbridge graduate, it's an honor to represent the district and the community that I not only grew up in, but continue to grow in. The ability to serve in a community and district that gave so much to me and helped shape the path that led me here is incredibly rewarding. I want to say thank you to my family, my friends, my school family, or Ohana as we call it, and all of the incredible people that I have met along the way that have supported me and guided my work. I'm also excited and honored to represent the school counseling profession and all of the behavioral health professionals. Your work is meaningful, and it truly takes a village to support our students and families. The connections that you make matter, and the impact that you make on each child will last a lifetime. Thank you for this distinguished honor.
So many more stories to tell, and we can't wait for Taylor to represent this profession for the rest of this upcoming school year, and she will be up here passing the crown like you just did. Thank you so much. So as we close tonight, I want every honoree in this room to hear this very clearly from me. You were chosen for the work that you do every day. Students are better because of you, because of the little things, not the things that always show up on a spreadsheet. They eventually do, because you said M is like reading on grade. Showed up there. But it's all of the work that you do every day that truly does add up to a life changed. And whether that student comes back someday to say thank you or not, or whether you get a plaque or an award or not, you do the work, the hard work, the work that matters. So thank you. You were chosen because people see it for what it is. Kids are safer because of you. They're more connected because of you. And I really think kids are more hopeful because of you. Sometimes in their darkest days and their hardest times, you find a way to show that there's hope for them, for their families, and for our beloved communities. For some of the students that we serve, whether they stay engaged in school at all, or whether we lose them and they become disconnected, rests on the work that you do. Keeping them engaged, keeping them there, because you were there when they needed support. And that's what really matters. So I hope tonight reflects the respect that we have for your work and the gratitude, because you've earned it. Before you leave, I want you to make sure you take the framed photograph. It's a small token of our appreciation to capture a moment in time of you in your work. Please take that with you. And let's end with one more round of applause for Delaware's behavioral health professionals. Congratulations, and thank you from the bottom of my heart.